Good morning, Thedas. Hello, hello. It has been a year. Hi, it's Ethan. It's been a little bit. And as you can hear from my voice, I am coming off of being very, very sick. But I felt like it was important to come make a video now because some things have happened. It's been some time. And I think we owe a an explanation and a little update. So, first off, it has been a year. What happened? And why were we gone for so long? Well, to make it as easy as possible, the Dragon Age: The Veilguard came out. We all spent a lot of time playing it like crazy, and then finally it was time for us to make our review, which was our last episode that I dropped. It was about like a quick 10-minute video, but as you can tell, no review ever came. And that was because essentially we had a lot of, not a lot, but we had some differences. And the online space was very volatile, and we were feeling a little about it. So, to make a long story short, we didn't want to deal with the bullshit of online at the time. But to make it to make up for it, real quick, I will say, personally, there's a bunch of us at Good Morning Thedas, but personally, for me, Ethan, I give it a 7. I give Dragon Age 2 an 8, and I give Inquisition and Origins a 10. I love them both very much. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Dragon Age of Veilguard, 7 out of 10. And now we'll move on. So, why did it take us so long to come back? Well, that is because uh, more problems with some creative decisions. Basically, we had a little bit of a unsure of how we wanted to proceed. We weren't too sure on what we wanted to do, and when everybody is coming up with different ideas and talking about it, but then nobody's sure about what they want to do, we just kind of finally decided, hey, we'll do this. And then we just didn't do it. Unfortunately, that's just what happened. That's how it played out. Uh, I am used to recording these a certain way, and we just never got to recording it the way that we decided on. But that's okay. Uh, Going forward, it looks like we're going to be doing kind of a mix of the old way and the new way, and I like it. It's a good idea. It's a good way to do it. So that's going to be exciting. On top of that, we have uh, kind of a couple of announcements. Okay, first announcement is we should be coming back in the new year, 2026 January. We'll be making new episodes or single, I don't know. One or multiple episodes should be created in January, and hopefully we'll start, bringing everything back. Okay. With that being said, we are on to number 2. Next announcement. Okay. This one is it's a big announcement, but it's also kind of a weird area. So we are, this was a me thing. I have been a voice actor for a few years now. I'm in a few video games. I'm in a lot of mods for Bethesda games like Skyrim, Fallout, and all that. Uh, but I, as you all know, am a very big BioWare fan. I wanted to make my own audio drama akin to Dragon Age Vows and Vengeance. I'm pretty sure it was the name. So I could have written my entire own thing, but that's a lot of work, take a lot of time. So what I'm doing is I am creating an audio drama version of Dragon Age Origins. It is going to be heavily fucked with, changed, edited. It's going to have an all new cast of people. Nobody's going to sound exactly like how they sound in the games. I can't use the same voices from the game because that would be a copyright problem. Honestly, me making this could just be a straight up copyright problem. It could be a huge fucking problem that as soon as I post it, gets taken down and we never see it again. So that could be a huge waste of my time. We'll find out. But I love working with voice actors. I love Dragon Age, and I love fan fiction, and basically that's what it is. So we're working on that. And by we, I mean me. The rest of the Good Morning Thedas crew, as of right now, isn't working on it, but they are open to come in and write on it and voice on it if they want to. I just have to discuss it with them, which hasn't happened yet. But yes, that's the plan. That will be basically the beginnings of Good Morning Thedas becoming the Good Morning Thedas podcast network, which will be multiple podcasts, multiple shows, all made by people who are within Good Morning Thedas. Of course, right now, it's just me. If anybody else wants to do something and they want to put it on the network, then that'll be their prerogative and we'll talk about it. But as of right now, I am doing this because I own it all. So I'm going to go do that. I want to make multiple shows. I've wanted to for a long time. I'm very slow to work. So my plan is I'll probably record and write and blah, 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 a whole bunch of episodes. You're probably not going to see this for a very long time, but I'm going to get it all ready. I'm going to make a whole bunch of it and then drip feed it as I continue to make more and more until we get through all of Dragon Age Origins, all its DLC, and any extra fan fiction content that is also put into it. Now, finally, the last thing on the Dragon Age podcast is that I'm sure I've seen at least a couple fan fictions do this over the years, but the main grab is we are keeping all the Grey Wardens from the Origins alive, and we're going to be using them. It's going to be fun. It's going to be kind of difficult, but it's a challenge. It's fun. And it gives me an opportunity to work with so many more actors that I wouldn't have been able to. And that's one of my favorite things to do, is work with more writers and actors and get their voices in there. And it's going to be a blast. So we're going to have the Human Noble. We're going to have the City Elf, the Dalish Elves, both dwarves. We're going to have 2 mages, and then the entire cast that you already know. And there's going to be fun little edits and changes to the story, and it'll be a blast. It'll be a lot of fun. So if you are a diehard Origins fan, you don't want anything changed, you hate the idea, you're not going to like it. So yeah, that is the Dragon Age Origins podcast idea that we are currently working with. As of right now, it doesn't really have a name, so we're working on that as well. Now for the final announcement. As I said, this is a network that we are currently working on, multiple shows. Before I began the creation of the Dragon Age podcast, I also was originally working on a Cyberpunk 2077 podcast, which is entirely written by me. It is nothing from the games. I mean, there is stuff from the games in Night City and maybe a character or two that's like a side character will pop up, but it's not like going through the main story like I'm doing for the other Dragon Age podcast. This, I've already written the first episode. I have gotten a bunch of lines from actors already recorded. Only issue is that I lost one of the actors. He had to drop out, and it is a long-term commitment because there's going to be multiple episodes, and I don't know if I'm going to do seasons, but multiple episodes at least to finish the story that we're working with. So that's happening now. Let's see. Then I'll try to think of what to go with that. That is, also, so besides having to replace that one actor, I'm still waiting on one other actor's lines. That's way ahead of the Dragon Age production. Still going to be a little bit before anybody sees anything, but that's what we're working with. I'm very excited to work on all these projects, get everything out there. It'll be a blast. I hope you all can join us for the ride. And that's it. I think that's everything. So thank you guys very much for joining us. Thank you for being with us on this ride. Sorry we took a whole year off. And I hope you'll stick around for the next chapter. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.